Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly tarot reading. I'm Maritza of the Sybil Heart. And let's get to it. Disclaimers are in the description box below. Just very quickly, please do not use these readings to replace any kind of professional advice. And these tarot readings are meant for entertainment purposes only. Cancer, what is the message? What is the message for Cancer? We have the Star. We have the Lovers reversed. And we have the King of Cups. Okay. I'm not sure how to word this, but there's a sense of like there's possibly, okay, so one way I'm interpreting this is that there's possibly a relationship that is not what you thought it was or what you were hoping it to be. Likely what's going on is that one side of the relationship, and I don't want to say who it is, but one side of the relationship, well, mostly because I don't know what your situation is, but one side of the situation where the relationship is more immature than you believed them to be. They still have a lot of like personal development to do. And you thought that you or they thought that they were at the level that was mature enough for a relationship. And I'm not, hopefully I'm not talking about age, but that depends on your situation. But what I am talking about is the maturity that comes with learning about yourself, knowing who you are, where you stand, learning about what causes you to feel safe and what causes you to feel unsafe. And I don't mean like physical safety, though that could be an issue, but I'm talking more about the safety of like being able to express yourself without fear of judgment. Or like having your ideas at the very least considered, and not just immediately shot down. So it's that kind of safety where you feel good about sharing who you are and sharing your thoughts, and sharing like your perspective and being respected for it, even if it's not agreed upon or whatever. The other thing that I'm thinking is that the possibility is that you haven't reached that level yet, and you're still criticizing, judging people for like sharing their ideas with you or expressing themselves around you. You're still like there might be something that's blocking you from not being that safe place for others, when you're, while also being someone who wants to find that safe space with other people. So there's a bit of a conundrum, I guess. Then we have the World card. So we have the World card, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm getting, from the World card, I'm getting the impression that this is coming to an end. And I feel like it's both the relationship and this dynamic that you have, that like you are looking for a safe space to express yourself, and you are trying to be that safe space for others to express themselves around you. The problem is you're holding on too tightly to this idea that there's like a specific way that others should act around you. But that is yet another gate that people need to get through to feel safe around you. The other thing I'm thinking is that you may have a very reserved personality as well. So being someone who provides that safe space for others is going to be more difficult. Even though it's likely that you really want to be this type of person, but like your natural personality doesn't really provide it. My cat is right in front of the microphone, so she's saying hi. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, the immediate thing I'm thinking of is that you're turning over a new leaf, and you're like haven't yet decided which way what you're going to decide, essentially. But you can rest assured that whatever or whoever has this immaturity in them, it's coming to an end. But so does the relationship. Like, because someone in the relationship is growing, essentially growing up, They and you are beginning to see that the relationship no longer works. Or the relationship, the other thing I'm thinking is the relationship hasn't been working for a long time. You've been through really bad times, and it got so bad that you can no longer see the person, or you can no longer see each other the same way. And so that could be part of the reason why the relationship is crumbling. But it's going to be the relationship is going to end in that sort of way where you kind of both realize that it's not working out. I'm seeing the King of Cups, and I'm also seeing the Four of Pentacles. I'm looking at them both, and so the King of Pentacles is sort of the opposite of the the King of Cups is sort of the opposite of the Four of Pentacles. And what that makes me think is, like, first of all, it's kind of re-emphasizing the fact that one or more person involved in the relationship, one or more people in the relationship are not ready to be in a relationship, but they didn't realize that until they were in a relationship. And unfortunately, you had to discover this with a person that you initially really, really liked, but because the relationship was not at the level that you needed it to be, you saw the worst parts of each other, and there's no turning back, right? Like, it's time to end it. And like what I lost my point, but my point was, there's like a sense of control coming from one or both, and the control is sort of it's the opposite of what each of you needs. Like, instead of control, they need freedom. Like freedom to express themselves, to feel safe to express themselves, at the very least. And they need to feel respected for who they are. And this is coming from both parties. But I get the sense that one was trying to control the other more than they were trying to control you. Or maybe it's the other way around. But and maybe it wasn't in a very obvious way. It was more of like a subtle, very subtle control that maybe neither person realized was happening until you both decided, until you both decided that the relationship was over. Now it is only now that you're realizing how controlling one or both of you were. And so now for the last two cards. Wow, this reading is going by really fast. Which is good because I'm losing my voice already. Okay, so the last two cards. Oh, the King of Pentacles. Well, speak of the devil, right? And the Fool. So the King of Pentacles. So, like I was saying, the Four of Pentacles and the King of Cups are the opposite. Funnily enough, I don't see the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups as opposites. Although elementally speaking, they are very opposite from each other. But what I'm thinking right now, at least in this reading, the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups are equals. They're both kings, duh. But they approach relationships in different ways, where the King of Cups is the King of Cups feels more free to express themselves emotionally. The King of Pentacles likes to express themselves in a more practical way. I'm thinking of love languages in this case, like the King of Pentacles is more about acts of service. Like they like to do things to show you they care, whereas the King of Cups, sorry, if I said the King of Cups for acts of service, I meant the King of Pentacles. The King of Cups likes to show their affection through more emotional things like words of affection, or oh my goodness, words of affection, or I'm blanking on the other love languages, but basically they are not afraid to say that they care. And they'll pretty much wear their heart on their sleeve, and you'll know exactly how they're feeling. And they're not afraid of showing it. I'm seeing the Fool card too, and I'm thinking there's a bit of regret that you weren't able to be the person that you needed them to be. Or they needed you to be, and I guess vice versa too. Like, you regret that they couldn't be the person you needed them to be during this time of self-discovery, I suppose. And I'm thinking, like, because of this, there's like, you still respect this person, but now you know that the relationship just wouldn't work out for whatever reason. In terms of astrology, we have Aquarius with the star card. We have Gemini in shadow with the Lovers reversed. We have the water signs with the King of Cups, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We have the planet Saturn with the World card. What else? Excuse me. Okay. We have Earth signs with the King of Pentacles, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And we have the planet Uranus with the Fool. So there's a lot of big themes going on. The Fool, actually, Aquarius with the star card and Uranus with the Fool. The Aquarius rules Uranus, and they're both about freedom of expression, or being able to express yourself freely and safely without any fear of judgment. So that's going to be extremely, extremely important. Then we have, so then we have Saturn with the World card, right? And Saturn is about structure, building structure, and building, I guess it's a sense of community, even within romantic relationships. It's kind of like building a tiny community, right? Where you can feel safe in expressing yourself, but you also have to allow the other person to do the same, right? No more of this criticizing or judging that got you in trouble with the first relationship. I guess not trouble, but it kind of did not provide a nurturing environment for the relationship to develop and grow strong. And then Gemini in shadow. I'm thinking Gemini in shadow is what influenced the relationship to be the way that it is. Like, it's basically like the people in the relationship were just not, first of all, they were not on the same page, so to speak. But then the other thing is that, like, there were just such complete opposites that it just was not a situation that could be worked out in any way. And the unfortunate thing is that it took this long to figure it out. To figure out that it wasn't going to work out. So but I'm also seeing, so I'm seeing in the star card the foot of the human figure is in, one of the feet is in the pool of water. And it's the same with the King of Cups. And I'm thinking that instead of being reserved, like you usually are, you're going to try and be more open with your emotions, or with however it is that you want to finally express yourself. And it's no longer going to be something that you keep hidden. It's going to be something that you want to share with whatever relationship comes along. Be it a platonic relationship or a romantic relationship or what have you. Okay, that's interesting. So, another message, and I'm just going to say this to like wrap up this reading, is perhaps right now what you're looking for is, rather than a romantic relationship, you're actually looking for a platonic relationship with someone of the same, I guess, gender as you. I guess, or someone who or like maybe someone who is of the same sex but identifies as the either a gender fluid, has a gender fluidity to them, because what I'm thinking that could like be is that you're trying to be open to different perspectives and different experiences of life. And the best way to do that is to become friends or have a relationship with someone who experiences life differently from you, right? And like friendship is the best way to is the best way to give people a safe space, because if you immediately make it about romance, it can get messy very, very quickly. So I think what the cards are saying right now is after this breakup, you should focus on friendships more, especially with people who have some kind of gender fluidity to them. The reason I say that is because both the Star card and Uranus are present. Gemini is reversed, or rather the Lovers is reversed, and the World card is also present. And all four of these cards kind of represent, or they can rather represent, the LGBTQ plus community. And they all represent especially the freedom of expression and feeling safe to express, and not only giving people that feeling of safety, but also receiving that feeling of safety for whatever reason that you need it, right? And it doesn't necessarily have to do with sexuality, sexual orientation, or whatever. Or even gender identity, at least not from your personal perspective. Yeah, so that is the reading for Cancer. I hope you all have a great month, and I will catch you in the next one. Please remember to leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, bye.